Hello everyone, welcome to J Connect Graphics Desk. Today we are going to start with introduction to Canva, the app called Canva. Okay, so we'll be looking at some of the common tools that you need that you make use of very often whenever you are using Canva. So let's start with it right away. So whatever device you are using, whether you are using smartphone or computer, you will always see this as the home page. Okay, you'll see this as the home page, and what should be of more concern to us anytime that you want to design is the plus button. This plus button right here in the middle. At times on other devices, you'll see it here. At times when you're using the website version. Okay, so this app has the website version as well, canva.com. So it's both on the App Store and Play Store as well. So whether you're an Android user or iOS user, you can still access it. So this plus button is what we need. So first, you tap on it. That's you want to start a new design. Okay. So there are already some pre-installed templates that you can use. So we'll choose our own dimension, whether you want a portrait, orientation, square, or landscape. This is where you can do it by yourself. So to do that, you tap on this particular button, custom size. So you tap on custom size, and here we have the opportunity to do what? To choose the dimension we want. So the first one right here is what? Width. How wide you want the design to be. And the second one here is what? Height. Okay, how tall. Then the unit in which we are setting it is right here. So by default, it is what? Pixels. Pixels. Okay. So whichever one that you want to choose, it's up to you. Now let's look at the unit side. So you just tap on the arrow beside the pixels there. You tap on it and it will show you the different units that you have. Okay. So as you can see, we have pixels as the default. Then we have the inches, then millimeters and centimeters. Okay. But mostly we use pixels because it deals with the resolution. So the higher the pixel you select, the higher the resolution, thereby giving you more quality. The appearance of your design will be of more rich quality. So we normally use pixels. Okay, so let's get back to that. Now, in the width box, you type how wide you want your design to be. So let me use 3,200. Okay. 3,200, and the height, I want a bit of a portrait dimension, so I'll make the height, the figures of the height a little bit more than the width. So I'll type 3,500 instead. Okay, if you want a square design, you just type the same values in both boxes. Okay, then after that, you tap on create new design, this particular tab right here, create new design. So you tap on it and wait for your page to be loaded for you. So here we go. Now, by default, they will bring some templates, designs made by others. Okay. So if you can see right here, you see what? Designs. So these are some templates that you can choose from, but I'll advise you ignore them and you start your own work. Okay, based on the dimension that you input, those are the related designs that they'll bring to you. So for that first button right there, we'll ignore it. We'll actually be looking at the three main buttons here for this introductory tutorial. So the first one is right here, elements. Then the one in the middle here, which is the third one, is what? Texts. Then the fourth one here is what? Gallery. Okay, for design, that's what I've already talked about. In case you want to edit it, any of these templates, then you go for it. So I don't want to use it, so just exit. Just use the back button of your phone. Okay, So just exit, and here we have the canvas, the design canvas. So this is where we are going to do our work. This is where we are going to do our work. So this is a design canvas. Okay. All right. Now, let's say what you want to do, you don't want a white background. Okay. So you have to what? Add a color to the background. So this is how you go about it. You select the canvas by tapping anywhere in this area. Okay, anywhere at all. Okay, so I'll just tap on it, and there you can see the violet lines that are surrounding the boundaries of the canvas. That tells you that that particular portion is ready to receive some editing or something. Okay, so the moment you have selected it, the buttons down here will change. These buttons down here, they will all change. Okay, they will have the tools that you need to edit that canvas. So you have several of them. So as we go on, we'll look at how to go about it. So first of all, I just want to change the color. So I have the color button right there. I hope you can see it. This is the color button. Tap on it, and there are some string of colors here. If you want to see all the colors that you have pre-installed, just tap on this arrow here. After you have tapped on the color button, just tap on that arrow there. You tap on it and you have the colors displayed. Okay, so these are the colors starting from the shades of black. So black, dark gray, dark gray, dark, in that order. Then we also have the gradient colors. Okay, so let me try a bit of the gradient colors so you can see them. So those are the gradient colors. Okay, so what I want to design, I want to red. So I'll just tap on the solid color, this red. Okay, good. But now let's look at it. This kind of red is too bright for me per what I want to design. So what can I do about it? I can actually adjust the tone of the red. Okay, so how do I do that? That's where we use this color adjust button, this particular button. Okay, so tap on it, then you have the color pane with all the tones of red. So this is what you do. You see this tiny circle right here, that tiny circle. Okay, you just tap and hold and drag it to any part of the color pen that you prefer. So you just tap and hold, and you can see that it's changing the shade of red. How we can see that? Okay, you can even drag it all the way up to this point. So in case the color is not exactly what you want, this is how you work around it. This is how you manipulate it. Okay, so let's say that is what I want. So per every tiny spot on this pen has its code. Okay, this right here is the code for the exact one that I just selected. That's the code. So some professionals, they don't come here to move the circle all over the place. They just type in that code and off they go to do what they want. Okay, so if you want to use that, you just tap on the edit button, this particular button there. Just tap on it, then you just type the code in there. Okay, so that's the kind of red that I want. In case you've made a mistake, something like this, in case you've made a mistake, what you have done, you have made it disappear. There's no need to panic. Just go to the undo button, this particular one. Okay, just tap on it and you have your work back how it was previously. As simple as that. Okay, so that's how you adjust the color. We will now start with the first thing here. That's what? Elements. Okay, before you can see these buttons added, now make sure that the canvas is not selected. If the canvas is selected, you can see that things have changed here. So make sure it's not selected by tapping anywhere outside the canvas. Okay, anywhere outside the canvas. These places and these places. Sometimes you just need to tap the back button. Okay, the back button on your phone. All right. Now let's move on to elements. So tap on elements. So over here, there are lots of things you can do. There are lots of things you can do. This particular search box here at the top right here is used for searching for anything that you want to do in Canva. Maybe anything that you want to add to the design. Okay, being it a symbol, a picture, even videos. So it's like a search engine inside Canva. It will search for anything on the net and provide it for you to use. Okay, so we'll get to that in a bit. Right now, I just want to add a shape. I just want to add a shape to the design. So over here, you can see this category, shapes. Okay, and if you want to see all the shapes, this is where you go. You go to what? See all. See all. Some of the elements and features are already pre-installed there, so you can just go to their category. You can see several things: videos, audios. So you can add all these things to your design: charts, bar charts, pie chart, and all that. So a whole lot, grids and all that. Then we have frames in which you can put pictures and all that. So we'll get to use them as we go on through this training. So I want to add a shape. Okay, I want to add a rectangular shape. You don't have a rectangle here, but we have squares. So we can easily manipulate our squares to become rectangles. So I will make use of this particular one, the rounded square. You can see that the corners are round. This is the normal regular square, but this one, the corners are rounded. Okay, if you want to see all the shapes, just tap on see all, and these are all the shapes that are pre-installed. Okay, these are them, even including lines as well. Okay, so you go back. So I want to use this rounded square. I'll tap on it, and there I have it. So if you have this, just tap on the back button on your phone once, twice, and then you can now start. Okay, so we now want to work on this square. So select the square by tapping on it. Then these handles, you can see that there are some handles all around it. Okay, you can see this one right here, this, and this. They are used to manipulate, adjust the element that you are using. So if I want to expand the square horizontally, I'll just tap on this one, any of them. I'll just tap on either this or this and pull it away from the square. So you can see that it has been, I am using it to what? Change the square into a rectangle. Okay, the same way I can use the top and the down one to also what? Work on it. Yeah, so that is how you use it. Or there are some that are at the corners if you want to reduce the size right away. These ones are the edge. These ones are the edge. You can use them to what? Reduce the size. So let me use this one. You can see that it's reducing the size. And depending on how you move it, it can just work on one part of the side like that. Okay. All right. So I have it this way. Now, how will I manage to know that whatever I want to place on the canvas is well positioned? I'm talking in terms of alignment. As you can see, this one is not well aligned. There seems to be more space at the left side of the square than at the right hand side. So how do you do that? Well, Canva has a feature that helps us with alignment. So all you do is to just move the element on the canvas, and then you will see some thin violet line passing through. So you can see that one passing through the middle. It shows clearly that vertically that square is what? Well aligned. If you want to see the horizontal one as well, so I'll just bring it down, and this should tell you that all over it is at the exact center of the canvas, like this, okay? Because both the vertical and the violet thin lines are there, showing that it is well a position at the center, okay? So I want to place mine here, okay? Let me move it up a little. I need some space at the bottom, so okay. So I leave it there. Then you can still do some things to this particular square. You can change the color, you can do other things. So in case this is the rounded square, in case this is not what you want a different shape, you just tap on the first button right here. This is the first button right here. You tap on it, and this will give you the opportunity to change the shape that you want, okay? So, but I'm sure it's the rounded square one. So you just tap on this close button there to exit this. So just tap it and we are home free. Then for this edit is just you type some things on it, will not look at it. Then we'll come to the color. So the color of the square, as you can see, this is the color. This is the color of the square. You can see it right here as well. So to change that color, you tap on the color button here and you have the opportunity to change that color. So let's I'll choose white for this. So as simple as that, nicely. Okay, I want to place another rectangle somewhere. Instead of going to elements again and tapping on the rounded square, I can do it this way, or I can just, so let me delete this. I can just duplicate this particular one. So I'll just select this one that is already here. Then at the top, in case you have placed a feature on the canvas and you don't need that feature again, all you do is to tap on, so you just select the picture or the feature and tap on this. You can see the delete button there. So you just tap on that and the element will be deleted. So you tap on it, it is gone. Okay, let me bring it back. Then the next button beside it is the duplicate button or the copy button. Okay, so all I'll do is to just tap on it and it is duplicated. It's of the same color, so it's not that visible. So you can see that's it. Okay, let me reduce the size nicely and simply like this. Okay, then I'll change the color. So I'll tap on the color button. Then I want the bright red. Okay, so I'll change it to this. Good. Now, let's look at this as well. Let's look at these two buttons right here. These two buttons. Okay. The first one right here is the nudge. We call it nudge. Okay. We use it to move the element around. So this is what I mean. You just tap and hold it, then you move it. You can see that it's moving the element. Okay. Then the second one beside it is the rotation button. This one is the rotation button. We use it to what? Rotate, to turn the element. So if I want to turn it, I'll just tap and hold the rotation button and turn. So as you are moving it, you can see that your element is what? Turning. Good. So I would like to place it somewhere here. And the aim is to turn it a little bit like this. Make it bigger a little. Okay. All right. So let me finish with the elements, then we can move on. Okay. So you tap on elements, and like I said earlier, you can use it to search for anything you want. So how do you do that? As I said, tap inside the search box here. Okay. So tap there in order to display your keypad, and then we'll type let's say we are looking for the icon of phone. So we say phone icon or symbol, any of them that works for you. Okay, so here is something also very important that you need to know. Okay, you see that there are pro written on some of them. Okay. Pro, golden crown with pro written beside it. Good. That signifies that those elements, before you can use them, you have to be a paid user. You have to pay Canva for some subscription before you can use them. Okay. But there are some that are not having that pro with the golden crown. Those are the free ones. The free ones that you can use even if you haven't subscribed. So this is one free one that I can use. So you can tap on see all to see lots of them. Okay, lots of them to pick from. So there they are, lots of them, different styles and all that. Okay, so I like to use one of them. I'll use this one. It's free. So okay, so you tap on it and there it is. It has been added to your canvas. So you can use the handles at the top, at the corners, whether the top or the down corners, to reduce the size. Okay, so you can reduce the size, you move it here. Now, sometimes it becomes very challenging to manipulate things when they are too tiny like this. So with the advantage of a touch screen, just use your two fingers and zoom it in so that you can easily work with it. So with this, I can now expand. So down here, among the buttons, you scroll until you come to what? Color. Anytime you add an element to the canvas, there will surely be an opportunity to change the color. So you can see that the color is what? Black. The color is black. So what do we do? Just tap on the color button and let's change it to white and see. So there we go. You can see that the color has been changed and this one looks better. Okay. So let's just place it here. Okay. So we just place it there. We'll work on it later. Okay. So for now, let's end the tour on elements right there. Now let's look at the next button here. That's what text. So it's basically used to add tests to the design. Okay, so let's start with it right away. So you tap on tests, you have lots of things. Some are even predefined tests that maybe you just tap on them and add your own words. But we'll use these ones up here. You're going to do everything afresh. Okay, so this is where we'll mainly be focusing on. Add a heading, add a subheading, then the third one right there. Okay, so let's start with add a heading. So the add a heading and add a subheading and the third one, they are just basically about the size. It doesn't really cause any difference. Okay, so I'll just start with add a subheading. You tap on it, then you insert your word. Okay, so either you type or if you have the word already, you just insert it. So I'll say we are. Okay, so that is the test, and there are several things that you can do to make this test the way you want it. So down here, let's look at the commands that we have, the tools that we have down here. First one is what? Edit. So in case you want to edit your test, maybe what you've typed is incorrect or you want to add more, you just tap on it to bring the keyboard, then you can add whatever you want to add. Okay, like that. Or you can clean. So that's for edit. Then the next one right here is what? Fonts. Font. This right here is what? Font button. So there are different fonts that you can use. Okay, different font types and styles that you can use. So let's look at some of them. So you tap on the fonts button, and here are some of them that are displayed. To see the rest of them, just tap on this arrow right here. Okay, you tap on this arrow and the rest of the fonts will be displayed. So there are lots and lots, hundreds of them. Okay, any font that we have in this digital world, you can find them here. So in case you are looking for a particular font but scrolling through waste your time, all you do is to just type the name of the font inside the search box here, this particular search box. Okay, so whatever font that you are looking for, just tap inside there and then you type the name of the particular font that you want. So let's say the font I want to use is Suka. That may not be the correct pronunciation, but yeah. So there I have it. There I have it right here. So you just tap on it and I'm sure you notice the difference. Okay. So that is about font. So you can just deactivate this search by tapping on this first, then you now tap on that arrow. Okay. So let me just tap on the arrow directly to clean it. Okay, then you can close it. All right. So that's about what changing the fonts. Then the next one is a text style. We'll not waste time on that one. So we'll now look at what font size. As the name suggests, you use it to what adjust the size of the fonts, whether you want it to be larger or smaller. So you use the progress bar here to do that, to adjust the font, this progress bar. Okay. Alternatively, you can use the number. Okay, that's the font size, the size of the font right there. So let's use this. As you can see, as I'm dragging the bar, you can see that the text is becoming very small. Okay, like that. Then using the number side, you just tap there and you edit. Okay, so let's say I'll clean it and then I'll use a 145. Okay, then you enter. All right, so let's say that's how I want it. So that's about font. The next one is what? Text color. This color. Okay, so of course you can use it to change the color of your text. As you can see, it's changing. Okay, so that's about text color. Then the next one is what? Format. Format. So this is the format button. So let's tap on it, and it has several tools that you can use to what? Format your tests. So first one, I'm sure those of you who use Microsoft Word, you are familiar with this. The bold button, underline, italic button, underline. We have the alignment. We have left align here, center, and the right align. Then justify is here as well. So by default, it is what? Center align. Okay. Now let's use them and see. So with bold, as the name suggests, it will make the text a little bit bold. Okay. So there it is. It has made it bold. Here there's no opportunity to italize it. So some of the text you can't apply italics to them. Okay. So let's keep that one. Now let's look at this particular command here. So it's used to change the case of the text. Let's say what I want here, this text, I want everything to be in capital letters, but only the first alphabet in the phrase there is what? Capital letter. So you don't need to go and clean everything and start typing afresh. No, this is when this particular button comes in. So you tap on it and there it is. Everything is what? Change into uppercase letters. So that's that one. All right. I will come to the alignment in the next test. So let's close this. Now let's move the text into position. I want it at the top here. Okay. So where at the top. So make sure you position it nicely by letting that violet line guide you so that you know that it is well positioned at the center. So you position it well at the center like that. And let's move it up a little. Okay, let's move it up a little. So to avoid it shifting left or right, we'll use nudge. So scroll down here among the commands here And here you can see nudge. Okay, so you tap on it, then in case you want to move it down, you tap the down arrow. If you want to go up, you do it that way. You can tap and hold so that it moves without you tapping one at a time. Okay, so if you want it to go left or right, the buttons are there as well. All right, now let's move on to the next text. So you tap on the text button and tap on add the heading, because I just want the text to be bigger on this side. Okay, so we'll now insert the text. So you type hiring. We are hiring with exclamation sign. Let me add the exclamation sign. Sorry. So okay, so we are hiring. Okay, so my text have changed from the all uppercase letters to some changing to. So to fix that, I'll just go to what formats. Go to formats, hit up on this, and there I have it. I don't need to go and clean anything. Okay, so that is that. Let me move it up a little. Now I want to use a different font for this particular text. So I'll go to fonts button. And the font I want to use is a bold one. So town headline, this. Okay. So you tap on it, and there I have it. I can close this. So I want it in a little bit smaller size. So I'll just tap the size, and let's make it 200. 200. Okay, I think this is fine. And I want it in a different color. So let me go to font color. Then I'll use bright red for this. So you tap on this. Okay. So that. Now let's move it also into hot position. So you align it well at the center. And that is that. Okay. Then we move on to the next thing. Okay, let me move it a little bit to we are. So I'll use nudge to shift it up a little. We are hiring. Okay. Now let's add the other tests. So I want it to be in the same font as we are. So I'll just tap the we are and duplicate it. So we tap on the duplicate button and move it down here. All right. Now let's go in for the test. I'll tap on edit, and we will now insert the word. Okay. So here I have already typed it down, so I'll just insert. So here we go. Okay, so I don't want everything to be in capital letters, so I'll just go to format and fix that. So I'll just deactivate this, and it's back to how I want it to be like. Good. Now let's work on the alignment. Okay, so I'll go to format, tap on format, then tap on left align. The name is not there, but those who use you know how it looks like. So that's the left align button. Tap on it, and there we have it. Okay, nicely done. And I want it to be bold as well. So let me tap on the bold button. Good. Then you exit. Now let's move on to the next button. That's what spacing. Spacing. This particular button. Spacing. So it talks about the space between the lines. Okay, so let's dive into it and see what it has. So the first one there is what? Letter spacing, meaning the space between the alphabet or the letters. Okay, and you can use this button to what? You can use this button to move the progress bar to where it is. So let's try using it and see. So if you move it to the right, it will be spacing out the alphabet, as you can see. Okay, If you want the space to be closer, you shift it to what? The left side, like that. Good. Okay, so I think I'll use this one. And of course, it has its number side as well. So you can use the numbers to what adjust it instead of dragging the progress bar. That's the number aspect. You just tap inside it and you type the number that you want. All right. So the next thing is what? Line spacing. This one. Okay. So you use that particular button to what? Adjust the spacing between the lines. So it has the number side also. The default one is what? 1.4. That's the line spacing. Okay. 1.4 right there. All right. So I want to make it a little bit closer. So I'll just drag to the left hand side and there we go. You can see that it's getting. All right. So just exit. And then we have other tools here, but we'll not use them for now. We'll use them later on. Okay. So I think I'll need to reduce the font size a little. Sometimes you just use the handles in the corner to what reduce the font size. You don't need to go to the font size button. So I've reduced, let's see the size. So I've used 129. Okay. So in case you also want to use the same thing, that's it. 129. Good. All right. So I will just position it nicely at the left hand side here like this. Okay. Now, so that's about tests. That's about tests. Okay, let me still add more. So I'll duplicate this, and I want to make it a call as. The test I want now is what call as. So I'll just tap on edit, then type call as. Good. And exit and exit. So I have the test here. I want to place it on this particular rounded rectangle that I have here. Okay, that rectangle. So how do I do that? I'll move it onto it, and as you can see, it is what? It is not well aligned to it. So here is where you use the rotation button. You use the rotation button. Okay, so you turn it nicely and make sure it aligns well. And the black is not showing that well on the red background. So let me change the color for the text to what? White. White will look nicer there. Good. And let me make it bold also at once. So you make it bold. Good. And let's fix that by dragging the handle. Okay, so let's rotate it well and make sure that it is well aligned. And let's increase the size a little and reposition it nicely like this. Good. And the next one is to type in the, reposition this well. And there we go. And the next one is to type the number that you are instructing them to call. So I'll use the same font. So I'll just duplicate this one. Duplicate, bring it here. Then tap on edit button. Then you type the phone number. So I'll type my phone number. You can type yours. Okay. All right. So that's the phone number. And I'll just bring it down here. Let me change the color to white so it contrasts well. All right. And I want the font size to be a bit smaller than that. So let's go to font size. And let's make it 100 and see. Okay, so that's 100. We'll just move it into position. Okay, so you place it beside the phone icon. Okay, so I want to move the phone icon. Let's move it here. Then we now move the number and place it beside it. Now I want you to check something. So let me zoom this in a little. Whenever you are placing a text beside any symbol, you check well. There's a violet line that is passing through the middle of the phone icon. That tells you that the phone number is in proper alignment with the icon. Okay, good. Then you can let go. All right. So that's about how to add text and how to work around text whenever you are designing. Good. Now let's move on to the next thing here. That's what gallery. Okay. And this is where we go whenever we want to add any picture or video to our design. Okay. So just tap on it and it will take you to your devices gallery, whether you are using a phone on a tablet or computer. It will take you to your and the most recent pictures that you have on your device will be displayed. Okay, in case you have a particular folder in which your pictures are, or the picture that you want to use is, all you do is to tap on this right here at the top. You can see recent. Okay, so you tap on it and it will display all the folders on your device that has what? Pictures and videos in them. All the folders that have pictures and videos in them is what will be displayed for you. So the picture I want to use is in this particular folder, remove BG. There's a picture that I removed the background for and want to use. So it's in that particular folder, remove BG. So I'll tap on it and yeah, this is the picture. So you select it. Anytime you want to add a picture, you select it. You can add multiple pictures at once. Okay. So I can decide to add this one. I can decide to add another one like this. So after you have selected your pictures, all you do is to what? You tap on add to page. Add to page down here. Add to page. So you tap on it. Okay, so you can see that all the pictures that I've selected, all of them are here. Okay. So I don't need this. I don't need this as well. This is what I want to work with. Good. So just like you can reduce the spacing or the size of the shapes that you place on the design using the handles. The same way I'll use that handle to clear some space, useless space here. And a little bit of this. Good. So let's bring the picture down here and use this corner handle to what? Expand it. Good. So I'll just place it right here. Let's further expand it again. Okay. So move it down. You check this place. Check this part well. So that the person's body will not show that it has been cut off. What I mean is this. If you do it this way, it shows clearly that the body is cut off. It doesn't look nice. Okay. Like this. It doesn't look nice. So just make sure you move it somewhere here where you can see a bit of the violet line, violet border that is surrounding the picture. A bit of it will be showing outside the boundaries of the canvas. Okay, like that. And that is far better. All right, so let's position it nicely like this. And looking at the picture, it doesn't look so quality. That happens whenever you remove the background of a picture. There's a way that you use to fix that problem. That's the use of this particular button. Adjust that button. Okay, so you tap on it, then you tap on auto adjust. So as I'm going to tap on it, watch the picture wall and you will notice the difference. You tap on it and there you go. You can see that some level of quality has been restored to the picture. Then you close it. Okay, so that's how you add pictures to the design. Okay, in case you have used a picture and you are not okay with that one, you want to replace it with a different one, this is the button you use. The first one right here, replace. So the moment you tap on it, it will take you to your gallery. Then you can select a different picture that you are comfortable with. So let's say I'll select this. You see, can do it this way, like that. Okay, but I want the other picture, so I'll just undo, undo, undo. Good. All right, so that's how you add pictures to your design. So with this, yeah, as simple as this, you can create nice design. There are other tools down here that we'll look at later. It's not all of them that we'll make use of. Okay, so we'll just stick with these three for now: elements, text, and gallery. Okay, so after every design, your work remains in Canva. Even if you close the page and come back, let's try that and see. So I've closed this page and it has taken me to the home page. So let me tap on it and open it again. So you can see that everything where I left off, everything is back there, back to normal, even though I haven't downloaded it. Even if you close the app itself, I've closed the app. Okay, you go back and let's see if something has changed about our work. So there you have it. Everything is still intact. So that's one good thing about Canva. It automatically saves your work for you so that you can just pick up where you left off. All right. So after every design, when you need the flyer or the design to be in your gallery on the phone or the computer, you have to download it. So that is where we make use of this button. This is the download button and this is the upload button. Any of them will get your work downloaded for you. So we just go ahead and use the download button. So we just tap on it and wait for it to be downloaded. Okay, so that's it. Our work has been downloaded. Let's check the gallery and see if we have it there. So go to my gallery and there we have it. Here it is. Nicely done. As simple as that. So let's try and see what we can do about that. All right. Good luck and see you in another tutorial.